My name is Peter Zealley. I am not an osteopath. I was. In July 1986, I graduated from the British College of Naturopathy and Osteopathy in London and then set up practice in Exeter, Devon, UK. In July 1987, I took off my white coat and consigned it to the bin forever. In the year 2000, I came out as a craniosacral therapist. Craniosacral therapy is a gentle, hands-on form of healing. It works for the whole person, body, mind and spirit. I'm going to introduce you to 5 key elements of being a craniosacral therapist. The first key element is having a good knowledge of the medical sciences of anatomy and physiology. This means that when I put my hands on my client's body, I know what's underneath my fingers. So my client today is Alison. Alison, is it okay if I just make contact with your skull?
Yes.
So I'm going to take a hold on the vault of Alison's skull. So the vault of the skull is the top part. And I'm going to describe what I know is underneath. So immediately underneath my hands are the bones of the skull. Beneath the bones of the skull are the meninges. The meninges have 3 layers. The outer layer, which lines the skull bones, is the dura mater. The middle layer is the arachnoid mater. And the inner layer is the pia mater, which surrounds the brain. Between the pia mater and arachnoid mater is a layer of cerebrospinal fluid. The fluid surrounds the whole brain, so in effect the brain is floating in fluid. Beneath the meninges is the brain itself, the white and grey matter. And deep within the brain are the ventricles. The ventricles are fluid-filled cavities which secrete the cerebrospinal fluid. So if I'm working with Alison, I may be attentive to all of that anatomy or just parts of it. I may also have a sense of what's going on in her mind, but that's a different story. The second key element of being a craniosacral therapist is having a developed sense of touch. So with training and experience, my sense of touch has developed. With a keener sense of touch, often I'm able to sense what is going on within somebody in their body. For example, I can tell if someone's nicely balanced or relaxed, or if they're holding a pattern of injury, stress, trauma or grief. And where my attention's drawn is to the upper chest area and neck. So something is going on there. If I spend longer with this, then I might be able to get a deeper sense of what the significance of that is. The third key element of being a craniosacral therapist is having a balanced mind. So I use the sensitive, perceptive right side of my brain, here, together with the logical side of my brain, to the left side. So I work with a combined sense of perception with knowledge. The fourth key aspect of being a craniosacral therapist is being able to go with the flow. This means that when I'm working with a client, I don't know what I'm going to do before I put my hands on them. I don't use a protocol or have an agenda. So in a treatment process, when I put my hands on a client, I let go to being guided by what seems to need to happen. The fifth and final element of being a craniosacral therapist is being embodied, being present in my body. So many people today are dwelling in the past, they're anxious about the future, they're stuck in their heads, they're even out of their heads. Healing is about coming into relationship to your body. So as a practitioner, if I'm present in my body, when I'm working with a client, I'm encouraging them to come back into relationship with their body. Clients heal as they come into relationship with their body and they come back into the here and now. As a craniosacral therapist, I specialise in the treatment of injuries and accidents, mental and emotional stress, trauma, bereavement, and in the treatment of children and babies. However, my roots will always be in osteopathy, but my white coat remains consigned to the bin.